Well, it is fall here in the Midwest, so it's time to get our system shut down. A little chilly today, but we're blowing out a system. And the sun's out, so that helps, but I'm going to show you how we do it, and hopefully this helps you get your system shut down and ready for the winter. This is one of the advantages of using a Wilkins 375. You can get that orange insert in there. That just replaces the backflow preventer, so you just slap that in there. Use the same screws, and you just throw a 3/4 inch Chicago fitting or whatever you're connecting to into that, and it's just that simple. So we got our hose hooked up to our backflow there. Today we're using our tow behind. It's a Solaire 185 tow behind, and when we're using that, just make sure you don't use too much pressure. I do about 1/4 to 1/2 open on the ball valve, and that should be plenty of pressure for you to run 1 or 2 zones depending on your system. But that's their setup right there. I like to make sure we don't park on driveways in case any failures with the compressor. I've had them explode and drip and shoot oil everywhere, hydraulic fluid all over. So that is one tip. Try to keep it away from driveways. And I'm sure some of you are going to ask, why do we use such a big compressor? You know, I understand that your pancake compressor, or even your 3 or 4 horsepower compressor, 150 psi, but we're looking at CFM, or volume of air, because you need about 40 CFM at about 40 to 80 psi to blow out a system. And if you could, it'll just take you a lot longer. What you could do is, you know, you charge up your compressor, your tank compressor, hit it with 150 psi, 100 psi, or whatever, pops it, but it just doesn't have the strength typically to keep the system running. So you constantly have to shut the zone off, let your compressor build up, and so on, and just keep repeating that. It's just going to take you a lot longer. If you have someone like us come out and do it, basically we're going to hook this up, or something equivalent, enough pressure and enough volume to just continually run the system. We're going to do it in a fraction of the time, so it's always, you know, worth it. Sometimes it's usually worth it to hire a professional like us to come out and shut it down for you guys. That way, one, you know it's properly shut down, and two, you're just not beating up your air compressor, because it's going to take a beating constantly running this for, I would, depending on your system, a couple hours. It could sometimes more. So look into hiring someone or renting one of these. If it's this time of year in your area and you have to blow it out, good luck. Typically all the contractors around us have it, so that's just another tidbit of information for you guys. Once you get a fog looking like this, just go ahead and go to the next zone. You don't have to go until there's none left, because then you're going to be putting heat and you could melt those gears inside on your rotors. So when it's like this, go ahead and switch to the next zone. You're on your last zone. Before you turn it off, go ahead and shut the valve off to the compressor. Let the air settle down so that you don't have anything explode in your face. So my outro was a little too loud with the compressor, so I figured I would do it here. But basically, when you're done and you disconnect everything, you're going to leave the ball valves half open or half closed, however you want to look at it. But it seems weird, but water can actually get caught on the sides of the ball valve and split the ball valve. So leave your valves half open, and that's it. If you want to throw tape on it to help debris from getting there, go ahead and do that. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.